Okay, I think we're live. Let me confirm. Okay, I think we're okay. Welcome everyone. My name is Mel. Welcome to the June creation. Today we are going to be discussing MidJourney as well as Canva and how to create content. So, before we get started on the live, I do want to let you guys know that I do have a 20% off discount going on. This discount is on my website, which is thejunecreation.com. I'm going to write it in the chat for you guys. Let me put it in the chat. 20% off using code YT20, www.thejunecreation.com. Okay, it's in the chat. 20% off. This is during YouTube Live. Use coupon code YT20, and with that 20% off, you can use it on these prompts. I do have a free prompt for you guys because I just love my followers so much. So you can download the Pretty in Pink MidJourney AI prompt and you will get that for free if you're using the standard version. If you want an extended license where you use it to resell it or use it for any type of advertising, then you would pay, for the extended license. But for the free version, the standard version, of course, it is free and everything else is $10. But like I said, 20% off you using code YT20, and you can get this off for a percentage. We have some for lace front wigs, vintage glam luxe, and we have the sunflower series. Let me move this out of your way really quick so you can see sunflower series, 20% off. So this is the code. Now to get on to the tutorial. So I'm going to talk a bit about MidJourney, and I'm also going to talk about Canva. So first off, for MidJourney, it's a website. It's an AI website, and you can use it to generate all types of images. As you can see here, I'm on the Explore page on the midjourney.com website, and on this page, I can see content that other users have created using certain prompts. For example, we see this pink computer here, and you see the prompt that says 3D icon of cute pink laptop standing on white background, isometric view, soft lighting, warm color theme, Blender rendering, clean and simple design in Pixar style. And you can see it's a Pixar style just based on the curves and everything, how this laptop is structured. This is not an actual laptop. But then you can also create realistic images like this that looks kind of realistic, like this man's hand is on fire, where someone will say China, and you can see the Chinese symbols in the background. You can see the streets, panoramic view, 16 focal length, shot from a frontal angle, dark blue orange tone, a man wearing a black hooded jacket, one facing up, one hand behind him, with a large flame on the palm in front. The background is a street and the image is dark. AR 916. AR stands for aspect ratio 9:16. So that is that image. Whoops, right here. So the variations of what you can create is so vast. Like, you can create fun images like this. Look at this cute dog. Realistic photo of a dainty female pink long-haired poodle. And when you want to create certain images, you'll notice words like realistic. You can see words like semi-real. You can see words like, when we saw the laptop, they used Pixar style. So there are certain keywords that you use that's going to affect how your image is going to look. If you go to the create tab, these are images that I created myself. These are my prompts. So Explorer will show you what everyone else is creating, and you can click on it to draw some inspiration. There's also a search bar here as well. So like, let's say if you wanted to search for soap, you can search for soap and it will show you images of soap, and you can figure out what prompts you want to create with that. But in the create tab, you can look for things here. This is where you would be, this is your dashboard. This is where you'll be creating stuff on your own. So here I was creating like some sort of glam look for someone, and I was saying full body view, a young 30-year-old ebony skinned black woman enjoying an evening at her home in a grand luxury living room. Her interior design style is beautiful with shades of cream and lots of gold accents. She has a face full of makeup and is wearing a long black and wavy lace front wig. And as you can see, this is a wig on her head. It's long, it's wavy. It's a full body view, even though you can't really see her feet. This looks like someone who could be in their 30s. She does have the dark skin, and you can tell that her living room is grand and luxury. She's in a living room because she's sitting on this luxury couch, and you can see the luxury chandeliers and candle holders and lights in the background. I am using version 6.1 of MidJourney. MidJourney has different versions, which I will get into in a second. I can stylize it as well, and as you can see, as you hover over it, it gives you a description of what that means, and I'll get into that in a second as well. And you can personalize it too. There are creation actions that you can take. So there's vary, there's upscale, remix, pan, zoom, more, and use. So when you're using MidJourney, let's say if you want to create a prompt, before you even create this prompt and before you start on your project, it's good to go here and click on these settings. This settings gives you, I guess, like the default that you want for your image. So for example, my default image size is a square. But let's say if I wanted it to be a portrait, it could be 3x4. If I wanted it to be a landscape, it could be 16x3. You can change this as well though, because let's say if you want 16:9, which is like the size of a YouTube thumbnail, you can do 16:9 and it will give you that. You can give it any aspect ratio that you want. It will give it that aspect ratio, and it will just move the slider here. You can also move the slider this way, but you can give whatever special aspect ratio you want to give. I personally like square. Then there's mode, right, for the model. There's standard and there's raw. So when you go to mode here, you see there's like a question mark, which is an info button, and it will tell you that raw mode replaces the default aesthetic of some MidJourney model versions. Using it can help you create more photorealistic images, cinematic scenes, or cuter characters. So I have mine on standard. If I had it on raw, then it would just give you more of a raw image. And I tend not to like how people look in that raw image. I would say that standard kind of beautifies it in a way. Then there's different versions of MidJourney. And if you hover over here, it says that MidJourney routinely releases new model versions to improve efficiency, coherency, and quality. The latest model is the default, but each model excels at producing different type of images. 6.1 is the latest model, and that's what I have it defaulted as. But you can also move it down to 6, 5.2, 5.1, and you'll start to see that the I guess quality of the image or the type of image that you get gets different. Like the higher it is, the better quality it is. Now, there are some of you guys who love anime and those type of images as well, and they have a setting for that. If you scroll all the way down, you see Niji 6, Niji 5, and Niji 4. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, so please don't quote me on it. I don't know if it's Niji, Niji, I don't know, but I just say Niji. So version 4 is like the lower version, version 6 is the highest version, and when you have it on this version, when you create your people or whatever it is that you create, it will give it that anime effect. Then there's personalize. So I keep personalize off. The reason why I went through the whole personalized thing in the first place is because if you personalize things, MidJourney gives you more fast hours, and I'm going to talk about what fast hours is in a minute, but that's a way where you can get free fast hours for like an hour or so. So I have it off, but when you have personalized, it just personalizes your prompt based on images you've ranked. You can rank images in tasks, and this setting is only available on version 6 or higher. So if you have it on version 6, which right now we have it on version 6.1, you can personalize it. I'm assuming if I went on 5, personalize no longer works. You see it's grayed out. So I'm going to go back to 6.1. Now there's aesthetics. So there's stylization, and it influences how strongly the MidJourney aesthetic is applied. Low stylization values produce images that closely match the prompt but are less artistic, and the high stylization values create images that are artistic but less connected to the prompt. So I have mine on 200. Usually I have it on 100, but I didn't really like how my images were looking lately, so I just bumped it up to 200. There's weirdness, which makes it really quirky. Um, Everything that you ask for just looks completely different and weird. The higher it is, the weirder it is. And then there's variety. So every time you submit a prompt, you get like 4 images. And typically, those images tend to be related to each other or resemble each other in one way or the other. But when you up the variety, and that prompt for that is dash dash chaos, then you start seeing unexpected results, more unusual results, and also the images don't really look alike. So today we're going to create an ebook cover. I think that would be like a great place to start. So whenever I'm looking for inspiration, I like to go to Pinterest. Pinterest, if you don't know what Pinterest is, it's like a mood board, right? There's just so many different things that you can create. So I'm just going to write like cute ebook, and I'm going to show you, like, you can see something and you don't have to pay for it. You can literally create it from scratch, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to look for like a ebook cover that we might want to look at for inspiration. Let's see. Let me view this larger. So let's say if we want to create something like this, right? I'm going to show you how to use MidJourney and how to use Canva to create this ebook. So this ebook says it's the ultimate podcast baddie startup guide. We don't have to use the same title, but I'm going to start with the background of it. And in the background, what I see is a keyboard, I see a mouse, I see all types of different things. So either A, I can create a plain background and add these elements individually using Canva, or B, I can go to MidJourney and actually ask it to give me a background like that. So let's go to MidJourney. Let's take that route first. So I'm going to say layout of a white marble background, because I wanted to have some texture. On the layout, there it is office items related. There is a keyboard, there is a mouse. What else is there? Let me scroll this over here. Is this a microphone? Yeah, there is a microphone. There are some folders and binders and notebooks. So let me just say some notebooks and binders. It looks very cute. This is a top angle. I'm going to use it, going to be used as a background. So let's see what this gives us. This is a good starting point in my opinion. So let's see what it comes up with. So I said layout of a white marble background. On the layout, well, my English isn't too good here. I should have really proofread it, but it's okay. It's still gonna know what I'm talking about. On the layout, the items are office related. There's a keyboard, there's a mouse, there's a microphone, some notebooks and binders. It looks very cute, and this is a top angle going to be used as a background. And as you can see, it's generated some stuff for us. I really like this. This looks really cute, and I would use this as like the base of the ebook design cover. So you see how like it gave me a square, and this is kind of like a rectangle. So this is where the aspect ratio comes into play. So like I said, my default aspect ratio is a square, 1:1, but you can change it to something else. I'm fine with it just being like this because the bottom of it is going to be cut off anyways when we add this torn piece of paper. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to download this. And once it's downloaded, I'm going to come over to Canva and I'm going to create a design. And let's see. Can I choose what kind of design it is? Let's say if it's like a book, what it will give me like a aspect ratio. So let's just say, you know, let's choose this one, which was like a 1410 by, I forgot what it was, but we'll use this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that image that I just downloaded. Let me bring my downloads tab here, and I'm just going to drag it on over here. Then I'm just going to spread it out. Make sure you guys are liking the live, and if you have any questions at all, you know, I am here to answer any of your questions. If you guys have a business, if you guys want to know how to create certain visuals right after we get through creating this ebook, ask me any question you want and I'll go through it with you. Whatever business that you have, whatever brand you want to know how to create visuals for that brand, we're going to create them together during this live. Oh, hi. Thank you, Brittany Ashley, for joining the live. I'm glad that you love this. If you are a business owner, thank you. Yes, Brittany Ashley has been a customer for a long time. I know she owns multiple businesses, but Brittany, if you have any suggestions on what you want us to discuss, just let me know and we'll do that. So for this here I've gone ahead and I've created this. So the next thing we're going to look at is the person that's here. So there is a black woman. She's wearing a pink shirt and she has these oversized headphones on. So I'm going to go to MidJourney and I'm going to say I'm going to say beautiful black woman. All women are beautiful. Beautiful black woman in a pink t-shirt. She has very nice makeup and long black wavy hair. She has a pair of oversized headphones covering her ears. And what else do we want to say about her? Yeah. And she is facing the front of the camera. And I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna say she's in front of a white background. She is in front of a white background. Now, who knows why it's important to be in front of a white background? If you've been on my live before, and thanks everyone, knowledge is power. Thank you for the lit sign. Hi, Samuel. I hope there are some business owners in the live because we can go over some business items as well. So why she's in front of a white background, why that's important is because you want to be able to remove the background. Remember, we're creating an ebook cover. We want to remove the background. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to select enter. And you can see that it's in the queue and that there's a certain percentage that's complete. And we're just going to wait until it gets to 100%. Make sure you guys are sharing the live. Make sure you guys, if you are not subscribed already, make sure you're subscribed to my channel because I am going to try to go live almost every day and go from there. So now guess what I didn't do? I didn't say full body shot, right? Now she kind of is here from her head down to like her waist. So what I can do is I can click on this button here where it says T use. So there are different buttons here once you create a prompt. But before we even get to that, look at these images. Look at these images. Look how beautiful these images look. This is beautiful. Like, wow, you know? This is great content. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same prompt again. But there are options. You can rerun the prompt. Let's say if I wasn't happy with this and I wanted to rerun it, I can rerun it. I can use it, which is the text, which is how you see the T button. If I didn't want to see this at all, I can just hide it. And then there are more options where I can like copy certain like image IDs. Like I could copy the prompt, the job ID, the seed, the image, etc. I can report it because, hey, maybe this is something that should not be showing in MidJourney. I can download it or I can open it in Discord. And Discord is pretty much like a server where MidJourney runs as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it so that I could copy and paste it right there. And I'm going to say, so she's facing the front camera. I'm going to say this is a full body shot. She is in front of a white background and I'm going to hit enter and I'm going to see what it comes up with. Now, granted, you know, this is square. So like this would be a good time to change the aspect ratio so that it could have more room. But I think it should still be fine. Let's see. It'll probably be zoomed out a little bit more. But let's say if I did want to do the square, right? Like, let's say if I didn't want to do square. Let's say I wanted to do 9:16. I would simply just type in -- AR space 9 by 16. And I'm just going to show this to you guys, but I already have what I want here. Like I said, it created it for me, but I'm just going to do this as well. And I'm going to do enter. So as you can see, this went from a square template to something that's much longer. So that's how you do it. So out of these 4 images, I think I like the third one. But oh, they even added some tattoos on her. Look at that. Look at that. Now let's say if you click on this, right? There are different actions that you can do here, and we're gonna go through those actions in a minute. But look at this too. This is really nice, but I want to make sure that I have something where her body isn't cut off, because remember, I am adding this to an ebook. So let's say here it's cut off. So what I would do in this case, and this is the perfect time to go into the creation actions. In this case, I would zoom out and I would choose the 1.5x. So I'm going to zoom out 1.5x and I'm going to see what that gives me. So I went ahead and clicked on it. You can see the 1 here, and you can see here on the create tab it says 0 out of 1 because there's one prompt that I created and it's currently in the queue loading to be completed. So once I come here, I'm going to see what it gives me. But right now I'm really liking the third image. And when you guys find an image that you like, you're not going to take this image and download it. Like, you actually need to come here where it says vary, and like you're gonna need to like there's vary, there's upscale. You're gonna need to go to upscale, and you're gonna need to make a subtle upscale, because when you do a subtle upscale, that's when it creates a larger version of the image, which is more ideal for sharing, saving, or printing. So you never ever just stop it here, because this is just like a proxy. This is not the actual upscale of the image. Okay, so now that I've asked it to zoom out, it's almost complete, and you can see that it's zoomed out of this woman's body. So I'm just gonna select one of these images. I like all of them, to be honest with you. I think I'm gonna go with the third one, just because I don't know, I like that she has a pink top and a pink bottom. But remember, I said that you do need to upscale it. So even though there's an option to download here, like I'm not gonna download it yet. I need to upscale it, and that's where I would do upscale subtle. But before I even go into that, remember we talked about the explore page and what other people are creating. Let's say if you want to see certain items that other people created that's similar to what you just created, because you need some prompt inspiration or you want to see what other people have, you can click on the search bar here, and once you select on it, it's gonna show you images that's similar to what you just created. Now here you might just think like, oh, this is not similar, you know, because it doesn't have the headphones or whatever the case may be, but like it really is similar because it's showing you like a black woman, you know, all of those things. So I'm gonna find like a better example to give you guys. And also, let's say if there's something that you like and you want to come back to, like this image right here is really standing out to me, I can just click on the heart button and it's gonna go into like this folder of things that I liked, so that I can come back to it later and see what those prompts are and then create images. You see, I had already liked this one. I just be on here all day every day, like no lie. So you can, you know, you see I like this because I've been creating prompts and images for people who have wig businesses. So there are certain things that I like because you can use those images too. But to give you a better example of what I'm talking about, because I feel like that wasn't really a great example, I'm going to scroll down a bit and then maybe I can click on this one. Let's see what this shows me. If I click, you see, look, it shows me all of this stuff, you know, white marble background, you know, it just shows you different things. It shows you things that are similar. So that's how that function works. So I'm going to come back over here. And I hope you guys are enjoying the live so far. I hope you guys are still with me. I'm going to come back over here. I said I wanted the third image. So now I'm going to do upscale subtle. So it shows the 1 because I did the prompt. And you can see here 0 out of 1. And I'm just going to come here. And it says that it's starting. And I'm just going to wait for it to finish. And once it finishes, we're going to download it and bring it back to Canva. So it usually takes about a minute or less. And while we're waiting, let's talk about the subscription prices, right? So MidJourney is not a free tool. Now, when MidJourney first started out, it was free. And I've been using MidJourney for so long that I was one of those free users. I was using it on Discord and it was amazing. I was creating these prompts. I didn't know what I was creating or why I was creating it, but I was creating. It's not free anymore. There are different tiers of membership. There's the basic membership, which I think is $10 a month. And there's, I think, a standard one, which is $30 a month. I have the $30 a month plan, and it is totally worth it, to be honest with you. You may think that $30 is pricey, but when you're making money and when you're creating content, trust me, like, you make that $30 back so fast. And with the $30, you get 15 fast hours. So you get 15, what would amount to 15 hours of creating prompts. That's how much you get. It's so much. Like, it's with, I started off with the basic plan and I was like running out of space. But with this one, this is like the perfect sweet spot for it. So now that I have the upscaled image, and I know that it's upscaled because it says upscale S over here. And let me just zoom in on it for you guys. Look at this. Look at the quality. Top tier. Makeup, everything, top tier. So now that I have the upscaled image, now now I'm going to download it. So I'm going to hit the download button. I'm going to go back to Canva, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to drag it here. Now remember, I said we're going to have to remove the background, but first let me make it bigger. Like, I'm fine with it being this big. Could always change it after. I'm centering it. And I have Canva Pro, which is $15 a month. Totally worth it. I'm going to just do the background remover. And this is the Pro feature. If you do not have Canva Pro, it's okay, but you will need to find another tool to remove the background. So I just removed the background, and this is how it looks. Okay, let me make it a little bit bigger. Now let's look at this again. Okay, so now the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add this banner in the back. So the banner says Podcast Baddie Jasmine Tolliver or something, right? So how do we create something like this? So you see how the background has white edges around the pink. So what I personally would do is I would come in Canva and I will go to elements and I will go to shapes, and I would select on the shape to add it here. I would change the shape to white. I would make it a little bit smaller, and I would put it like this. Move it up. And then I'm gonna send it to the back. And the way you do that is you can go to position, and you're gonna go to layers, and you can literally pull it under her like this. Another way to do that is just right click on it. Well, I moved it to the back now, so it's not letting me right click. I have to go back to position, select it. But I could like right click on it, and then where it says layer, I could just say, you know, bring forward, bring to front, send backward, send to back. The difference between these is if you bring something forward, you bring it all the way to the front. If you bring, if you bring it forward, you're bringing it one layer at a time. If you bring it to front, you're bringing it all layers, all the way to the front. If you send it backwards, you're sending it one layer at a time. If you send it back, you're sending it all the way to the back. So we didn't send this all the way to the back, because if we did, then we wouldn't see the background with the marble white and all of that stuff. So it's good here. And now I'm going to create another shape, and I'm going to make this shape pink, but I want it to be the pink color of her shirt. So we're going to go here to photo colors, because it tells you, all right, this is the image you have, and these are the different colors that are in this image. And I'm going to select this, which is the closest matching color that Canva thinks is her shirt color. And I'm going to do this like so. And I'm going to extend it a bit, move it like that. And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send the layer to the back. So layer, send backward, and now it's behind her head. And this is how you have something like that. Now let's say if I want to group it together, because I don't want this thing to move, I don't want one piece to move without the other, I would just select this, I would select shift, select both of them, and then just group it together. So now that it's grouped, when I move it, it moves together. So let's put that right here. And I'm just going to, hold on, write the text. What did the text say again? Podcast baddie. So I'm just going to go to my text tool, and I'm going to find something, and I'm just going to type podcast baddie. I'm going to make, yeah, it can stay black actually. I'm going to make the font, whoops, I spelled podcast wrong. I'm going to make the font smaller. And I'm going to like copy and paste. And extend it like so, and put it like this, like so, and I'm gonna send it back. And to send it back, like let's say if you don't even want to use like right click and all that stuff, you could just press command if you have a MacBook, and you can press the open bracket key and it sends it back one, just like so. Okay, now what else do I want to create? This torn paper. So let's add the torn paper. So we're gonna come to elements, and we're just gonna type in torn paper because that's what it looks like. Torn paper, select that, and under graphics I'm gonna see the different type of torn paper there is, and select the one that I want to choose. So let me say white torn paper. White torn paper. I think this one looks okay. I'll just add it and adjust it as needed. I think I can make her a little bit smaller and move her up some, like so. Okay, and now we're gonna add in the title, which is, it's the Ultimate Podcast Baddies Startup Guide. Okay, Ultimate Podcast Baddies Startup Guide. Let's think of another title. Let's just say, you know, Podcast Baddies Master Guide. I don't know, whatever. Let me just go to the text tool, and I have a favorite text. My favorite text is called Impact, so that's what I'm gonna use. And with Impact, I'm just gonna type in podcast baddies, or you know what, I'm gonna make this called the Ultimate Guide to Being a Podcast Baddie. So actually I'm gonna change this to script. So to do so, like I can search for script. I can literally type in script, and it will give me script, cursive, whatever, and it will give me stuff, and I'm gonna select the type of script that I want. So I think I like this one, so I'm gonna write podcast baddie. This can always be changed. And I'm just gonna make it bigger. I can also drag it like so. And what I said is going to be called the Ultimate Guide on How to Become a. So let me do this. Make this a little bigger. So this is going to say the ultimate guide on how to become A. And I'm gonna use this I like this font too. This copper, what is it called? Copper plate Gothic or something. Copper plate, what is this font? Let me see. Copper plate Gothic 29 AB. I like this too, but I think I'm gonna do Impact. I just like Impact. I don't know why. So now we need to add some color, right? Because this just looks dreary. And also, you see how I have the torn paper here? It's just too white for me. So I'm just going to add my own little, whatever to it. I'm going to show you guys in a minute what I'm going to do. Because you can tweak this to, to just make it your own. I just feel like it's too white. But I'm going to see what I can do about that. But in terms of changing this color, so podcast baddie, so here it's pink. Let's try pink here too. And it could be like photo color pink, like so. I can't make it bold. And this, do I want this to be black? I don't know. I can make it white and then have it have a black outline. So I can go to effects and I can go to outline and I can make that outline black, and then I can choose the thickness of it like so. So now the question is, what are we going to do about this torn paper? Because me personally, this bothers me right here. I just feel like it's too white. Like I'm not feeling it. So I'm going to start thinking about like what I want to do. So maybe I can do like a black fade and see how that looks. So a black fade would pretty much be doing something like this. Yeah, I could just do it for the whole page. Maybe I can lower the intensity of it, or the transparency. I'm just not feeling that white torn paper at all, so we're just gonna remove it and we're just gonna see what else we can put there instead. Yeah, not feeling it. Remove. So let me think, what else can we put there? Maybe we can put, let's see what different elements I can add. Or maybe I can find another piece of paper. I just didn't like that specific one. Wasn't doing it for me. Is this any better? What do you guys think? Nope, I'm not liking that either. So like, I'm not liking it. Let's go back to Pinterest and see if we can draw any inspiration on like what else can be there instead. So I still have, let me see, let's go to the search, cute ebook. Let's see what else can be added. Let me fix this up a bit. Let me, I guess, make her take up the full screen like so. And I guess I can expand the backdrop. Sometimes you just gotta look at things visually and just make a call, like, all right, let me make some changes. I don't like the size of these words. Okay, I think this is better. I think that this is too dark. I think that the wording is too light, this podcast baddie. So I'm actually going to change the color, and maybe I'm just going to change it back to black. Maybe, no. Well, okay, let me remove the fade and see. Yeah, I'm removing the fade. This, I'm going to make it a little bit shorter so that it can be the same aligned with this. And I'm going to group these two titles together because I actually don't want them to be moved one without the other. Let's try another color fade, maybe like a pink fade. Maybe that will make it look better. Pink fade. Let's see how that would look. I don't like it either. Hold on, let me lower the opacity. Or actually, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this podcast thing here and I'm gonna add a background effect to it. And I'm gonna make the background white. And I'm gonna unround the corners because I hate round corners. And I'm gonna reduce the spread because there's a spread on it right now, which is what's making the box so big. So I'm gonna do this, like this. Yeah, kind of like it like this. What do you guys think? So I still think it's missing some things. Like, I don't know, maybe we can see if we can add some like cute elements, like maybe some stars. I don't know. Like at this point, I'm just thinking of like what else we can add to this to add some, you know, umph to it. Like it looks very basic. Okay. I'm okay with the stars. I'm feeling the stars. You can add it in this corner here. Let me see if there's like a microphone I can add. No, I don't like this microphone. Kind of like this one. But I want it to be in the other direction, so I'm going to flip it horizontally. I'm going to like make it smaller. And maybe what I can do, so let me ungroup this actually. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it to the side like so. And I'm going to put this here like this. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. What do you guys think? So this is like an example of what I would do if I was like creating an ebook cover. So there you have it. And we drew inspiration. Where's the one I drew inspiration from? I clicked out of it, so I can't find it. But I get my inspiration from Pinterest. And you can get it from anywhere. Here it is. This is where I drew my inspiration from. So it doesn't need to be exactly the same because you are creating your own thing. But I'm just giving you an idea of how you can take an image and you can just create something else from scratch. This is how I would create something from scratch, pretty much. So, moving on to the next thing. So that's how you use MidJourney and that's how you use Canva to create items from scratch. Now, moving on to business. So I did see a few business owners here in the chat. I know we have business owners who have clothing brands. I know we have business owners who have beauty brands. I'm going to talk about clothing brand, but if anyone, I can talk about clothing brand first, then we can talk about beauty brand. But if anyone has any suggestions of something that they would want to see, feel free to write it in the chat and we're going to go through it. This is a live Q&A, so if anyone has any questions at all, just ask. Do not be afraid to ask, and I will answer it for you and walk you through it. Before I continue, though, I do want to remind you guys that we do have a YouTube live offer, 20% off the website using code YT20. This is the website, thejunecreation.com. I've been working on creating my website. I've created it completely from scratch by myself using Canva and using MidJourney. I have the prompt vault, which has different prompts. So we have prompts for Pretty in Pink, which because I love my followers and subscribers so much, for a limited time only, it is $0. So go and download that prompt and you're going to get 10 images. You're going to get 2 reference images. You're going to get 10 images and you're going to get 10 prompts that you can use. All of the details are here. Where are they? Where are the details? Okay. I don't have the details here, but I do need to update this. It's a good thing I opened this up. I think I have it in the other ones, but long story short, for a standard license, you get these images. Let me zoom in to it for you so that you can see. And there's also 4 more images that come with it, because each package comes with 10 images. Each package comes with 10 images. If you're interested, if you have like a hair company, so like for example, you see this says product contains 2 reference images, 10 prompts, and 10 stock images. So if you have a hair company and you need some images for them lace front wigs, on the cute mannequins, look at this. You can get these images as well. And there are 4 more images, because this is just 6 of them. And like I mentioned, we have 10 images for each package. We also have the Vintage Glam Luxe. One of my favorites. I really love this. It's giving. Okay, you can use this for your business, your social media posts, for anything you want to add, like maybe you sell accessories, or maybe you just want to post cute content. We have this one as well. And lastly, we have the Sunflower series. So we are working on adding more. This is the Sunflower series. Let me zoom in for you guys. And super cute. 10 images in total. And during this live, like I mentioned, 20% off if you use coupon code YT20. So check that out. And now let's get back to the tutorial. This is on thejunecreation.com. Once again, I'm going to copy it and I'm just going to paste it in the chat so that you can quickly go to the website if you need to. Okay. So let's talk about clothing brands, right? Like, let's say if you have a clothing brand and you want to create mock-ups for your clothing brand, or mock-up t-shirts, people in mock-ups and stuff like that. So let's say if your clothing brand has a logo, we could create the logo in Canva, but let me show you how to get the mock-ups. So let's say if you want this to be a black man in a sweat shirt and in a matching sweatsuit, I would say in a matching sweatsuit. The sweatsuit is blue. He is standing in front of Times Square. He has ebony chocolate colored skin, a low haircut. You could say he is very attractive. His hands are in his pocket. Let me see what that gives me. That's a start. Let's see. So like I mentioned, it does take about a minute for these prompts to generate. There you go. A black man in a matching sweatsuit. The sweatsuit is blue. He's standing in front of Times Square. He has ebony chocolate colored skin, a low haircut. He's very attractive. His hands are in his pocket. So let's take a look at these images. It gives you this one, this one, this one, and this one. So I kind of like the third one. I guess 3 is like the number for me today. But now let's say if I really like this one, but I want to see like different variations of it. Like, it's just like, I really like this one. This is the one I like the most, but this is not the one I want to put all my money on. So I can do a strong vary, and it will just like kind of give me different variation of this. If I do a subtle vary, they will all kind of just look the same. The image will just shift a little bit here and there. But we're gonna do a strong vary and see what we come up with. But so far, I like this one. Let's see what it gives us. So as you can see, this man kind of looks the same. It's just giving me like different positions. So now it's giving us this one, which I really like this one too, not gonna lie. It's giving us this. It's giving us this. I like this too. But let's go back to this one. So what do we do when we want to download something? So like I mentioned, you need to do a subtle upscale. So like I said, an upscale is when you create a larger version of the image, ideal for sharing, saving, or printing. It says click for more. So I'm just going to click on it. And when you click on it, it will take you to documentation. MidJourney does have documentation, and it will just kind of like explain everything for you. So you see here where it says /imagine prompt. This is for the Discord, app version. We're using the online version. So with the online version, you don't even need to do /imagine prompt. You just write what you need to write. Okay. So I'm going to do the subtle upscale. Now, let me even tell you something else. This is how you really could finesse this if you really wanted to. So let's say if I took this, right? And let's say if I used the prompt again. And what if I said that the logo, there is a logo on the sweatsuit that says Lux. Now, one thing I will tell you is that this MidJourney AI is not great with words, but you can try. So we're going to try, and we're going to see what it gives us. And this can even give you inspiration and ideas on how to, like what type of designs to create for your brand. So while that's cooking up, I just want to come back here and I want to click on this search bar, because what does the search bar do? The search bar shows you similar images like this that other people created, and you can use those prompts for inspiration. So we're going to click on search, and we're going to see what else comes up. And we see a man in an orange hoodie. We see another man here in this hoodie. We see a man with the hoodie and chain, and you can click on it, and it says black man, rich dark brown skin, short haircut, black hoodie, gold link chain, tattoos, standing at night, moody. Like the theme of the image is like a moody theme, and you just see like a bunch of different prompts as well. Now it looks like our image is ready because there's the number 1 here. So look at that. Okay, it did good on the letters. It says Lux, which is what we asked it to say. Okay, so you can even really just take that and just put it up on your website or do whatever it is that you want to do with it. So that's how you create a mock-up. But let's say if you don't want a person in it, let's just say you just want no person in it, you just want a mock-up behind a mock-up of, let's say, an orange sweatsuit. The sweatsuit says the words Lux for the design, and we can say it is against, this is for men. I hope it doesn't put a picture of a man though. And the sweatsuit mock-up is in front of a white background, and I'm gonna hit enter and see what it gives me. Make sure you guys are liking the live, comment on the live if you guys have any questions. Like I said, just ask them. Ask and you shall receive an answer. Okay, so let's see what it created. It created this. This looks pretty cool. This is cute. I'm gonna favorite this. And then you can just go in. You're gonna like delete the background, of course, if you take it to Canva. Actually, we're gonna download it in a minute. It gave us this, which I think is really cute too. This is nice. It gave us this, and it gave us this. These are all really, really nice. And like, let's say if you want something closer to this, you can click on the search bar, like I said, and you can see different mock-ups. Look at this. This is so dope. I really like this. This one says black streetwear with front, back, and side view 3D. Simple but cute. Let's say if you wanted to create something like this, you can literally take the prompt, take the style, and take the image. Like you can use that. And like, for example, when you want to use this in a prompt, it says you can iterate, reference, or riff off of this creation by adding parts of it to your next prompt. So for the image, you can add to input as an image prompt, add to input as a style reference, or copy the prompt in the input bar. So I selected all three because I want to see what I can get. But instead of saying black streetwear, I'm going to say blue. Blue streetwear with front, back, and side view 3D, simple but cool. And like it's going to use this as a reference, an image, and a style. And I'm going to hit enter and see what that gives me. Let's see what that gives me. I should have said make it say Lux, but that's okay. So like I said, it does take about a minute. Well, didn't really give me what I asked for. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use the text. And we're going to use the text, and we're going to use the style. And let's try that again, because I think maybe I added too much. I shouldn't have added the image. Let's just use the text and use the style and hit enter. Let's see what that gives me. So with MidJourney, you do have to play around with it a bit. You're not going to get the exact thing that you want every single time. You have to play around with it and see what you get. So it's still giving me gray, even though I asked for blue. So let me just use the text and see what happens. Like I'm not going to use this at all. Let's see what this gives me. Gotta play around with it and do it a couple of times, and that's why it's good to have the $30 a month plan, because if you have 15 hours of like generation, prompt generation, that is a lot. But I would suggest you do start with the basic plan first. You should start with the basic plan. All right, so now without using those, it's giving me something, which is cool. Even added a bag for you. Now I don't want the bag, and I really like this, but clearly this is backwards. So let me try to do a very strong, and let me also just do a rerun. So now another thing too, there are some cool things about this. So for example, let's say if I took this, I'm gonna just try it. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's say if I went to editor, and let's say if I increase this brush size and I just like kind of colored over this. Let's see if this works, guys. We're gonna edit this. And let's say if I, instead of orange, I say pink. And then submit. Let's see what it does. So this is the one where I did the variation. And this is the one, look, this is dope. This is really dope. Oh look, the pink worked. This is dope. Look at this. This is how y'all create mock-ups for your clothing brand, okay? This is really dope. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the soap business, beauty brands, soaps, and all of that stuff. So to get started with that, let's say if you sell beauty products, like let's say if you sell like a facial serum, right? And you want to have a picture of like a black woman who's holding the facial serum, or who's squirting the facial serum on her face. So you can say black, or you can say ultra realistic image of black woman holding a facial serum. The serum is dripping on her face. On her face, you can see, okay, on her, we can just say focus, make the focal point of the image, the serum on her face. I don't know, you could just write stuff. Let me say ebony black woman. I just kind of like to add shades and stuff like that to get something as close as possible. And like with the prompt, you can build on it. So let's just start with that. I think we can just start with that. And remember, my prompt is ultra realistic image of ebony black woman holding a facial serum. The serum is dripping on her face. Make the focal point of the image, the serum on her face. And one thing I want to note is that MidJourney sometimes is not good with fingers. So sometimes the fingers look funky, but we'll see what happens. So these are the images that it gave me. So you see how the fingers look funky? Now I'm going to search for other images. I'm going to use that search bar and see if I can find anything else that I can use. So like, for example, I really like this one. I like this one as well. There are other things that you can look for. Like, ooh, I really like this one. So let's say if we use this prompt, right? This is why I say you can use these things for inspiration. Product photography. Product photography of oil dripping down we're going to make it a black lady's cheekbone with a bottle near her chin and the dropper above the cheekbone. And instead of saying oil, I'm gonna say facial serum. And I'm gonna hit enter, and it's gonna submit my prompt. Let's see what it gives me. Hopefully it gives us something good. Okay. So maybe we should indicate that the facial serum should be clear. Right? I feel like this could be okay, but you know, why is the facial serum? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what color facial serum is, but I actually really like this though. But let's try again. And I'm going to say that the facial serum is clear. And I'm going to hit enter. So while we load that up, another thing we're going to talk about is like, let's say if you don't only sell facial serum, let's say you sell soaps. So you can say, I like product photography of multiple bars of pink soap in a luxurious bathroom and a luxurious sink, and see what it gives me. Now while we wait for that, look at what we got for the serum. I really like this one. I like this one too. These are really nice. And these are images that you can use if you have a business. These are images that you can use to promote your products, okay? Look at the details of her face. This is mwah, like, you know? And this is how people create product photography. You don't need a photographer to create your product photography. Now look at the soap prompt. This is cute. Look at this. Product photography of multiple bars. I meant to say of, but guess what I mean. Of pink soap in a luxurious bathroom and a luxurious sink. It's giving luxury. And I'm going to hit the search bar to see what else there is that's similar to this. Look at this. Create natural soap brand background for poster. 3 soaps stacked on top of each other. You can't tell me that I didn't take this picture. You can't tell me that AI took this picture. So this is what I mean by you need to use these tools like MidJourney to create your content, because you're spending thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars on product photography, and it is completely unnecessary when you can only pay $30 a month, and you don't even really need the $30 a month plan. You could do $15 a month and do this on MidJourney yourself. Or you can go to my website, and I sell prompts, and I'm going to be adding more prompts this weekend. It's been a very busy week, but this weekend you guys are going to see new prompts. And you could get it for $10. $10 while you're sitting here paying a photographer $300 for 10 images. Why? I mean, I'm not knocking the hustle, but I'm just saying, like, you can create this on your own as well. And you can see, look at this. 2 bars of soap emerging from milk, cherry blossom sprinkled around, Japanese visual. This is beautiful. I'm going to use this prompt right here. And I'm going to say 2 bars of, let's just say, yellow soap. Okay? Emerging from milk, cherry blossom sprinkled around, Japanese visual. And I'm going to hit enter and see what I come up with. And you see the aspect ratio for that one. I think it said 14:19. And let's see what it gives us. This is the money maker right here. All right. This is how y'all make money using MidJourney. This is how you make money for your brand. Okay. Look at this. This is beautiful. Look at this. You could literally create anything you want. Now, I'm going to take y'all back to the explore page really quick again. So remember, we talked about the explore page. We kind of went through this catalog of all of these different images that people created. But let's say if you want to create something. I think I mentioned this in the beginning. I'm not sure, but I'm going to mention it again. Let's say if you want to create something, but you don't know what to put as a prompt. Let's say if you have the soap business and you don't know where to start. You don't even know how to formulate the sentence. You don't know to put that you want to see 2 bars of soap on a luxury sink. You don't know. You're going to come to the search bar and you're literally going to type in soap. And it will show you soap. And then you're going to look at it and you're going to say, which one of these soaps do I like for my brand? Which one of these soaps match the aesthetic of what I want for my website? What does this say? Bar of soap, sunny bathroom in background, bokeh effect, happy, Sony Alpha. Do y'all know what Sony Alpha is? Sony Alpha is a camera. So yes, you can put what camera you want to be used to. You can say Canon, you can say Nikon, you can say Sony Alpha, you can say whatever. Prompt. You press on the prompt. The aspect ratio is 2:3. You don't want 2:3? Do you want to post this on Instagram? The portrait image for Instagram is 4:5. So I'm going to make the aspect ratio 4:5. It is already on the default 6.1 for me, but being that this person put it here, maybe that's not their default. It could be here. So I could either erase this or not, because at the end of the day in my settings, that is my default version, 6.1. And I'm going to say bar of yellow soap just to say, hey, I want the soap to be yellow. And I'm going to sunny bathroom, and I'm going to say luxurious sunny bathroom in background. So I'm going to say sunny luxurious bathroom in background, bokeh effect, happy, Sony Alpha, enter, and see what it gives me. I'm telling you guys, this is where the money is at. And while we're waiting for that to generate, once again, I do want to give you guys the YouTube live offer, which is only available during this live. It's 20% off. Use coupon code YT20 for the website. This is the website, and you can use it for these prompts. I'm still working on building out the website, which is why you see this banner here that says website under construction. You can also use it for the branding services, because if you don't want to create this yourself, I for sure can create it for you. Right now I only have 2 services up, which is label design and mockup. There are going to be more services. There's going to be 8 services in total, but like I said, I'm currently working on building out the website. I recently rebranded, but make sure if you go on there, see if there's anything you like, because you can order it and you can get 20% off during this live using code YT20 during this live. Now back to MidJourney. Boom. Bar of yellow soap, sunny luxurious bathroom in the background, bokeh effect, happy Sony Alpha. Look at this. They even put it on a towel for you, okay? It's giving luxury. They put it on the towel for you. Sorry, let me take this off so that you guys can see. What else did they give us? They give us 4. So every time you generate a prompt, you get 4 images that come with that prompt. Look at this. Look at this. They even added the little bokeh stuff for you right there. This is so cute. And then you have this. Now, let's say, ooh, I want to do this for my website. Remember, I told you, you can do strong variation. You could do subtle variation. We're going to do strong variation. And it's going to give you stuff that looks similar to this. So let's see what it gives me that's similar. So I can take the images that I want, group it together, throw it on my website and say, hey, this is what's for sale. This is what I'm selling. Buy it, because look how beautiful it looks. My bathroom is luxurious. My soap is happy. I took this with the Sony Alpha camera. Period. Now you can take these images literally and use them. Because who's going to know where, like, this looks like the same bathroom to me. Obviously, this sink is different. But like, you can grab this image right here. You could grab this one and you can grab that one. And you can't tell me that that's not the same bathroom. You can't even tell me that this ain't the same bathroom. And this is how you take those images and you put them on your website. Are y'all with me, or are y'all with me? So we've been on this live for about an hour and 14 minutes. I'm going to go through one more thing. I'm just trying to think of an idea, and then afterwards we're going to just wrap it up here. I do encourage you guys, if you have any suggestions, to put it in the comments and we can go through it. I think I'm going to go through lace front wigs with you guys, because I feel like the beauty business is very large. Everyone wants to like sell wigs or, you know, stuff like that. Maybe we could do wigs, yeah. So we're going to go through wigs, and then that's going to be the last part of this live, because we've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes. I do hope you guys are enjoying the live. So now let's talk about wigs, okay? Now, remember what I said. If you can't wrap your mind around how you're going to formulate the sentences to create the content for your wig, you can literally go to the explore page, type in wig, and a bunch of stuff is going to come up, and you can use that as inspiration. So that's what we're going to do, because sometimes it does take a lot of brain power. It's been a long day. I don't know what part of the coast you guys are in, but I'm on the East Coast, so it's 8:15 p.m. It's been a long day, so I don't feel like thinking right now. So I'm going to come to the explore page, and I'm literally going to type wig. Okay? And then you're going to see wig on mannequin's head. You're going to see wigs on people's head. You're going to see all types of wigs. Okay? You're just going to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, and you're just going to see wigs. Look at this wig. This is cute. This is cute. This is cute. This is cute. Like, hello. If you have a business and you have a wig business, this is what you should be using. So we're about to use this 4x4 lace wig on a mannequin head, plucked and slicked. Let's see what it gives us. So I'm just going to press the prompt button. and I'm gonna hit enter. Before we even go to that page, let's just look for a couple more things as well. I really like this. This is really cute. This is more in depth. These people, they making money on their website. I even see Homegirl, our AI Homegirl's hand holding the mannequin. So this says 30-inch deep wave lace front wig on an African American mannequin head, soft glam makeup, hair products in the back of her long curly lace frontal wig with baby hairs. No parting line between its parts. The background is white with some brown tan textures, and there's a hand. Here is the hand. I see someone's nails, and her nails are done. There is a hand holding up one side to show off its thick curls. It has a wet look with a glossy sheen, and the light from behind highlights each strand of black wavy hair. I'm gonna click on the prompt. I'll keep this aspect ratio. I'm fine with it, or I can make it a 1:1 or whatever, and I'm gonna hit enter and see what it gives me. Now we're gonna come back here and see what the 4x4 lace wig on a mannequin head got us. It got us this. I don't think this looks bad, to be honest with you. I think this actually looks very unique, and I think it looks good. And if you have a hair business and you're selling wigs and you're promoting your wigs, this shows how like the texture of your wig is so good that you can go ahead and create this hairstyle with it. Okay, this I don't really like. Not that it's bad, it just looks dreary. Like, Homegirl don't got no makeup on. But remember, this was a very simple prompt that we put for this. We didn't specify all of these things. This, I don't know what this is. This is just a no. And her lace, that lace is overplucked, so we're not gonna use her. So out of these images, I really like the second one. The first one is nice too, but I feel like it doesn't highlight enough of the lace, which is fine. So now we created the other prompt. So let's look at this other prompt. So I like this one, honestly. Whoops, this one looks creepy. I like this one. And I'm going to do very strong for this one, so that it could give me a bunch of variations of something like that. And then you could kind of just go to the explore page. You could type in wig again and just see what else it gives you and go from there. I think this is very cute. Realistic long blonde body wave lace front wig with bangs on mannequin head with glamorous makeup, standing against white podium in the middle of a pink background. And I'm gonna take this prompt and I'm gonna say on an ebony black mannequin head, and I'm gonna hit enter and see what this gives me. Then I'm gonna come back here because I think my other prompt is ready. So this is the variation, and look at that. It's giving I have good hair quality texture on my website. Buy me now. Okay, and of course, if you wanted to download it, you would not download it in this state. You would create an upscale. So I'm just gonna upscale it for you guys so you can see, upscale subtle, so that you can see the quality. So this is just like the proxy, which is not its highest, finest quality. Still good quality, but not its highest, finest quality. So I did upscale subtle, and then we'll see what it gives us. But before we go there, these are the other things here with the realistic blonde, lace and stuff like that. I really like this one, so I would probably do variation strong for this one so I could get other variations of that. And this is upscaling now. It's at 47%. We're just going to wait till it gets to 100%. Almost there. Like I mentioned, it takes about a minute. And it's at 100%, and I'm going to select on it and just look at the quality. Let me zoom in. Look at this. Look how good this quality is for you to put on your website. Okay, whoops, I went too far. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Let me zoom back out because I keep going to the next prompt. But my point is, this is very good quality, and at this point you could download it and do whatever you want to do with it. And you can download it because it's upscaled. As you can see, it says upscale S. Okay? So that's it for today's live. I do hope that you guys got a lot out of this. I am trying to go live every single day, so I will probably go live again tomorrow at 7 p.m. We'll see. But thank you for joining. Tomorrow we'll have more topics to discuss. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you comment. Make sure you share. And I will see you in the next one. Everyone have a good night. And we will talk again soon. Come ready with your questions because I'm ready to answer all of them for you. We're going to be working together to make